Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. In the last episode we came to Pan. I also want to apologise for the terrible audio in the last episode. I think it's fixed. The wonders of moving to a new computer. It's something that I will never be able to do right. But we are currently in Pan. We are trying to do the Aunts storyline, but we also have the main truth quest here. We have to go to Pan. Do I want to look around Achilles? I don't think I do. I think I want to carry on with some cheap bronzewood. Hang on. Oh, that's a lot of my money though. Oh, but it's 7 bronzewood, guys. We do it. How bad can it be? We only have 2 fuel left, which is slightly worrying. But yeah, no, we got to go down to Pan. We need to speak to the king in Pan. And I think we need to go to Winter's Reside for the aunt. So let's head off. Should we start with the aunt? I think we'll get to Pan first. I could cut across this horrendous piece of land here. Let's see if there's a path. Hopefully there is. Otherwise this is going to be very problematic with only 2 fuel. Of course it could be full of griefers. What other horrible enemies are there in Pan? Oh, Eleutheria, sorry. Painter's Fen. Oh, a ruin. Or a wreck, I should say. It's a bit sad that I can't use it to lower my terror, which is slightly high. Let's force open the doors to the hold. Your driver holds your locomotive steady alongside the wreck as your crew take turns at the pry bar. Eventually, the bay doors are sufficiently parted to permit the spryest of you to squeeze through. Soon, they return. And what's this they have found? A solid crate. Stamped and carefully sealed. It is as heavy as a dead man's weight. Money? Oh, a carefully packed crate of munitions. A gunner sniffs just before the lid is wrenched open. Gunpowder, they assert, before assuming responsibility for the opening. Once the lid has been carefully prized off, the case's gleaming arsenal of ammunition, sealed powders, and callous weaponry is laid bare. This will fetch a handsome price. The heavens do not lack for murderers. Yeah, but obviously we're not murderers because we're the good guys. That's how that works, right? There's another one here. Oh, is this a library in the sky? Man, I swear, I was looking, in my previous playthrough, one of my resounding memories is needing to find these, and I could never find them. There we go. We scavenged fragments of old scrolls from the shelves. That should be incredibly useful at some point. I believe it's a storyline in the Blue Kingdom. That's a griefer. There's 2 of them. Oh! Oh no! Why is there red behind me now? And why can I still interact with the shelf? Let's repair our ships for a hot second here. What's behind me? Whatever it is, I don't like it. We can dig in its throat for money. If we had a canning system, we could get never-ending gemstones, which would have been very nice, but I guess I'll go for the money. 50 sovereigns, not bad. Let's go this way. Plenty of fuel, nothing to worry about. Okay, it looks like it's a pretty open shot from here. Luckily. I was kind of worried there was going to be a giant mountain range between me and Pan. Usually how it goes. My terror is looking... How do I put this? Sketchy. Oh no, I could do with the sky throwing me a bone here. And maybe giving me a terror reduction in the sky? Yep. I know any wonders in Etheria? I know the lantern, the Xanthus moon. And I think that's it. Oh dear. I think Pan will reduce my terror, but not by enough. If I am being brutally honest. There might be something in one of the resides, like the... Maybe? I still love the Pan music. It is so good. I have heard that Failbetter are making a new game, which is interesting to me. It's not set in the Sunless Fallen London universe. It's going to be something new. Which... I don't know how I feel about that. It could be interesting. I'm open to any new game. I'll be damn sure I'll be playing it, that's for sure. I am always excited for new Failbetter things. Me and Mask of the Rose didn't get on very well, but that's because I'm not really a big romance game player. I was not the target audience for that game. It's the hour of leaving. Clocks are not welcome in Pan. Instead, the musical piping that emits from the adamant idol dictates the time. The devils of the Brazen Brigade interpret it and inform the city of the current hour and the activities associated with it. Alright, it's the hour of leaving, when thoughts turn to far-off places. Sometimes the idol's piping is rhythmic and stirring. This is the hour of leaving, when wanderlust sweeps the city like a sudden plague. Oh, recruiting is more effective here. It's a shame we're full on crew. Right. Now I do believe we need to visit the Cyprus King. Pan has no ruler, but it does have a king. The position is not a powerful one, nor secure. Their only real authority is to rule on any disagreements that can't be settled at the Forum. During the Hour of Thorns, anyone can challenge the king, and if successful, take the crown. What a wonderful system. We can bring him port reports, he'll give us secrets, right? Oh, and here's what we just picked up. Scrap of ancient knowledge. We can exchange knowledge for a searing enigma. That's actually really good. I mean, it'll cost me 2 of my crew, but... Searing enigmas are very rare. But no, we are here for the ambition, to consult the king about the courtesy. The masked citizen has accompanied you. You hope the king can tell you something about the phrase that recurred in your friend's singed notes. The king expects tribute first. Something appropriate. 7 savage secrets, a crimson promise, steeped in old starlight, a moment of inspiration pried from the skull of a masked citizen interrupts. That sounds like a lot of work. We're already here. One of these do instead. They draw a luminous bottle from their bag. Inside, a knotted soul stirs, the inconstant colour of a blue bottle's back. It opens 7 slitted eyes, lazily. Goodness, the king says. Yes, please. The eerie soul changes hands. The king will speak, but in accordance with Pan's restrictions on storytelling, only to one of you. So either we can hear it. After all, she was your friend first. The citizen reluctantly demurs. Or the masked citizen will hear it. It was they who paid the price after all. The citizen squeezes your shoulder gratefully and consults the king. See, now he will tell me what he says, right? So he did pay the price. Let's go with the masked citizen and hope this isn't the wrong choice. Afterwards, the citizen relays what they learned. The king says there's an order to creation. Suns at the top, us near the bottom. And other beings, flukes and messengers and so forth, between. Some secrets, like the courtesy, are dangerous even to speak of if you're in the lower echelons. The king suggests we ask something higher up, Each of the 3 principal factions in Pan reveres such a being. I have a plan. They lead you away from the King's Grove. Speak to the masked citizen in Idale Station. The masked citizen leads you away from the populated parts of Pan's ruin into a statued grove. We can speak here, they say. Let's discuss our next steps. The trees are secluded. The air is dark and warm. From a nearby grove comes an eddy of flutes and drums. The masked citizen sits on a tumbled column. Pan is home to many sects and factions. 3 are preeminent. The Brazen Brigade, the Heart Catchers, and Winter's Reside. Join one, win their trust, advance in their ranks, and then coax an answer about the courtesy from their patron. I'm going to look into something else. The king has given me an idea. If you want to speak to me, leave a message in this grove. I'll check it regularly. Okay, well, we're already part of the Winter's Reside, so I may have skipped a step a little bit here. That's where we're heading anyway, so I guess we'll go there. Ask why they can't join one of the factions. They seem to know their way around Pan. Because I already have. The Neo-Nocturnals who rule the Forum here. A less important sect and of no help in our current situation, but one apt to my proclivities. My loyalties are already declared, in other words. Yours are up for negotiation. Pick a faction that suits your temperament. Don't worry, I'll find a way to make myself useful. Okay. Let's go have a look. I'm assuming he's at King Idle Station, right? Ooh. Okay, no, the aunt's quest is here. I thought it would be at Winter's Reside, but okay. Help your aunt find February. Your aunt's attempts to find out what happened at St. Dunstan's Rendezvous have led you to Winter's Reside and the Calendar Council. I've sent back the card. She's expecting us, your aunt says, leading you through the tumbled ruin of Pan, limned by pale moonlight. She's sending a coach. We're to wait here. Your aunt rummages around in her handbag as you wait. Boiled sweet, she says, hopefully. It looks as if it could crack your jaw. Suit yourself. The only sound as you wait is the crunch of the sweet. And then, slowly and silently, a black carriage appears through the mist. The masked driver bids you enter the cabin. Your aunt does not hesitate to get in. Come on, he says impatiently, beckoning you inside. The sedan leaves you on the crooked street of Winter's Reside, in front of a severe townhouse. The door is open, and the lights are on. A handsome woman waits in the doorway to greet you. Her smile is wintry, and her eyes pale as new frost. I've got your card. I'm willing to talk. Come inside. Well, let's talk to February. She attended the St. Dunstan's Rendezvous. She must be able to tell you what was discussed. Afraid I can't much help, old thing, February says as she ushers you into her parlour. White moonlight floods the great bay windows. Anything you can tell us, your aunt says before gasping. Dearie me, almost forgot. She fishes in her enormous handbag and produces the bottle of brandy. For old time's sake. Oh, how lovely, February murmurs. I'll fetch some glasses. She leaves the two of you alone. Your aunt immediately starts rummaging under the cushions. She's hiding something. I was very junior at the time, practically a secretary. February's voice floats through. Your aunt stands up straight as February returns, carrying 3 glasses. February hands you each a glass of your aunt's brandy. London did approach us about building an unclear bomb. We had an enemy in common, the masters of old London. The Calendar Council helped make them an unclear bomb. We used it to blow up the sun. He shrugs. But that's ancient history. Not sure why you bothered me with all this. Still, shall we raise a toast? The old acquaintances never forgot. The brandy is amber, as the death of a son. Your aunt's eyes are on February. February raises her brandy glass like a conductor preparing her orchestra. To the end of all tyrannies, to alliances forged for the breaking of chains. Your aunt nods and begins to sip her brandy. Her expression is worrying, hazardous almost. Seeing her drink, February follows suit. Let's feign drinking, better safe than sorry. You raise the glass to your lips and make as if to imbibe. Condensation from the glass drips onto your chin, and then you lower your brandy. Does this taste a little off to you? February asks, and then keels over. Your aunt pours the remainder of her brandy onto the floor. Dearie me, she's even more susceptible than I remembered. Very clever of you not to drink. Help me have a rummage through her papers, will you? You spend a frantic few minutes searching February until you discover a folio concealed in her left boot. This'll do, your aunt says. Now let's make sure we're not seen leaving. I gained terror, goddammit. What was terrifying about that situation? I mean, other than my aunt. Absolutely horrifying. Right. Is there anything else I can do here, or do I need to talk to her on my ship? I assume I need to talk to her on my ship. It doesn't say. Let's assume that's what we need to do. Yes, here we go. Help your aunt go through February's papers. It's going to take 3 savage secrets. Good lord, that's expensive. The secrets of St. Dunstan's rendezvous are locked behind a nigh impenetrable cipher. Piles of pages are strewn across her cabin. I've been impersonating February in some correspondence to get more information, your aunt says in explanation. It's not like she's going to object. Working together, you discover the key to the cipher. Various calendars, from the Roman to the Revolutionary. From the documents, you learn that February knew that the final design for the bomb was held by Her Majesty's Privy Councillor. He died, and is now interred in the most serene mausoleum. If we could find those designs, we'd know for certain what our government agreed to, says your aunt. Oh, so we have to go to the most serene mausoleum. Well, that's back in bloody Albion. Fantastic. So, before we do that, we will go to Winter's Reside and see if there's any options there. You're friendly, right? Yeah, you're Carganian. Oh, I probably should have bought some fuel. I'm sure it'll be fine. Can I just walk in and talk? Step into the conservatory? I guess this is where we go? Only a few revolutionaries dare commit themselves entirely to the liberation. You are made less, and yet are greater for it. The guards stand aside to let you pass. One shakes your hand. None address you, but they look at you with admiration and respect. Here we go. What is the courtesy? December is... well, you don't know what December is, but they are older and vaster than you. and they hate the stars. December steeples an unlikely number of elegant fingers, and speaks of a time when caudality between stars failed, when constellations and conjunctions went to war. The courtesy was the agreement that ended it. The stars agreed a set of permissions and ceremonies that must precede any murder of a star. Now the sky is littered with dead suns, but all agree that the murders were committed with a due sense of decorum. There, December stops. There is more, they say, but to speak of it would hasten a battle December is not yet willing to fight. You stumble from Corncrake House, your memory of the conversation already beginning to flake. You had better talk to the masked citizen before it collapses entirely. Let's go back and talk to him in Pan. I can buy some fuel while I'm there. Yeah, we kind of skipped over that there because I'd already done the revolutionary storyline, so that worked out quite well, didn't it? I dread to think what the Blue Kingdom's going to require. King Idle Station, and he's not here. Cypress King? Huh? Oh. Maybe it's the one labelled Ambition, the masked citizen of Pan. You arrange to meet the citizen in a statue grove. Inform the citizen about what you have learned. The courtesy is a pact between stars, which delineates the rules by which suns may murder one another. They give a hollow laugh and run a shaking hand over their eyes. As below, so above. And now, I hesitate to mention my idea. I would rather know no more. I would rather forget what I have already learned. But it occurred to me that if we want to know the sun's dirty secrets, we should ask a sun who has turned his coat. They point to the sable quarter of the sky, where Eleutheria's midnight sun seethes. We can seek an audience with the Halved, the House of Rods and Chains, and thanks to you, we now have a better idea what to ask. Oh, don't I still need gold and amber to go speak to the people in House of Rod and Chains? Oh, that's going to be annoying. Let's buy ourselves... Well, let's drop off this bronze wood first, actually, because it's bloody heavy. And let's buy ourselves some fuel. Do you have prospects? 3 rolls of something? Wait, what does it want? Oh, bombazine. Yeah, it does want bombazine. Do I have 3 rolls of bombazine? I have 1 roll of bombazine. Well, isn't that upsetting? Because I'm going there anyway. Langley Hall want bronzewood? Damn. Does Langley Hall sell bombazine? Oh, they do. I could take 3 pieces of bronzewood to Langley Hall and then take the rest up to the House of Rod and Chains. It would be quite a trek though, but I do desperately need money. And we don't have an excess of bronzewood, but take 1 roll of bombazine. You definitely only wanted 3, right? Yep, okay, let's do that. I was going to end the episode soon, but let's go down to Langley Hall. Do this prospect. Get some money. You know, never hurts to make some money. We've got to go past the Well of Wonders. That's going to be fun. Hopefully nothing exciting happens on the way, but you never know. Especially in Eleutheria. I don't think I've ever talked to the sun in this in Eleutheria before. The truth storyline, I don't think I've ever made it this far before. This is all new to me and quite exciting. I don't know what we're going to find out though. I'm assuming it's going to be, well, terrifying, because anything that involves the truth in Fallen London tends to be terrifying. That's just kind of the way it goes. It's like the nice stuff if is a veneer over the top of utter insanity. Right, it should just be a straight set line from here, I guess. I could send out the rat. See if we can find some stuff to loot on the way. Terror's still kind of high. Hoping there'll be a way to reduce it in Langley Hall. Let's send out the rat. Ba-ba. Shouldn't have disturbed that library. Oh, of course, in Eleutheria we don't actually know what we have until we get close to it. What's over here? Namely because it's in a place I haven't ever driven. Not a dock, is it? No, it wouldn't be a dock. Surely not. I think I found every location in Eleutheria, so it's got to be some sort of sky lootable, but... Uh-oh. Come on, charge at me, you bastard. Ow! Bugger. That was fine. I do not see anything of value here, but let's search something we can trade. 49% chance, please don't fail. Oh, we still got a pane of stained glass. Uh-oh, there's a bloody another one. I want these never-ending gemstones. At least I assume that's what they are. Oh no, it's amber! Interesting. I forgot that we could get amber. What's going to happen here is I'm going to go down to Langley Hall and I'm going to probably end the episode in Langley Hall having done the trade. And then I'm going to start my next episode and be like, what the hell am I doing in Langley Hall? It makes perfect sense. I must remember to buy the 2 rolls of Thirsty Bombazine though, so at least I have it in my inventory. Because that would be embarrassing. Oh, can I mourn the dead here? That would be nice. The Whale of Dobrak? I cannot mourn the dead, for God's sake. I will pry the doors open. What have we found? An aromatic casket? 2 supplies, nice. What's that noise? Oh, hell. Nope. Just nope. I can't even see it. Where is it? There it is. Could try and fight it. Oh. Ah. Oh, God, how do you fight where you can't see? We run. Oh, let's dock up here. I think I can lower my terror at Langley Hall? Maybe? Right. His lordship's grand clear out. I can... Nope, I was hoping I could get bombazine, but no, it's casks of never-ending gemstones or nostalgic crockery, and I definitely don't want bloody crockery. I have, however, bought you your bronzewood. Nice. The cloakroom, they sell that, so we'll buy 2 rolls of thirsty bombazine. There we go. Made our money, but I do think I am going to end this episode here. We shall go to the House of Rod and Chains and try and talk to the sun in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, see you next time.